Have you ever felt like you're just not good enough? Like no matter how hard you try, there's always someone else who's better, smarter, or more talented. It's a feeling that can really weigh you down. Today, I want to share a story about a young boy named Ryan, and the 3 timeless lessons his father taught him that completely changed his perspective on success and happiness. These lessons are so simple, yet so powerful, they might just change your life too. In a quiet little town lived a 12-year-old boy named Ryan. He was a whirlwind of energy, dreaming of becoming a famous soccer player. Every single afternoon, you could find him on the field behind his school, kicking a ball until the sun went down. Soccer was his entire world. It was where he felt most alive. But one day, something was off. Ryan came home, dropped his bag with a thud, and just slumped onto the couch. He looked defeated, staring at his math notebook like it was his worst enemy. His father, Mr. Walker, saw the look on his face and sat down beside him. "What's wrong, son?" he asked gently. Ryan let out a heavy sigh. "I got a bad grade in math again," he mumbled. "I try so hard, but I just can't be as good as Alex. He always gets the highest scores." Mr. Walker didn't look disappointed. Instead, he smiled with a deep sense of understanding. "I see," he said. After a moment of silence, he looked at Ryan and said, "Then it's time I teach you something important. 3 lessons that will help you for the rest of your life." Ryan's eyes lit up with curiosity. 3 lessons. His father nodded. "Yes, but you won't learn them from my words. You'll have to learn them through challenges." The next morning, Mr. Walker gave Ryan his first challenge. "I want you to invite Alex to play soccer with you after school today." Ryan grinned from ear to ear. This sounded fun. Later that day, at the soccer field, the game began. Ryan was in his element, fast, focused, and flowing with the ball. In just a few minutes, he'd already scored 3 goals. Alex, on the other hand, was struggling. He had a hard time controlling the ball. His passes went astray, and he tripped more than once. By the end of the game, Ryan's team had won icily. Alex just laughed it off, but Ryan couldn't stop thinking about how different they were on the field. That evening, he told his father what happened. Mr. Walker asked, "So, what did you learn from this?" Ryan thought for a moment. "I guess I'm just way better at soccer than Alex is." His father smiled warmly. "Exactly. You are a star on the soccer field, and Alex is a star in the classroom. You both shine, just in different ways. And that's the first lesson. Never ever compare your weaknesses to someone else's strengths. Everyone has their own field where they are meant to play." A little light turned on inside Ryan's mind. He was starting to understand. The next day, his father had another challenge ready. "Today," he said, "I want you to just observe Alex at school. Pay close attention to what he does all day." Ryan agreed, intrigued. Throughout the day, he watched Alex. He noticed that Alex was always counting things, solving little puzzles in his notebook, and even calculating the change for his friends at the school canteen during lunch. He was doing math even when he didn't have to. When Ryan got home, he reported his findings. "Dad, he's always doing math. Even during breaks, when no one is asking him to." Mr. Walker nodded knowingly. And that brings us to the second lesson. You become great at what you love, and you practice it often without even realizing it's work. Alex enjoys math, so practicing feels like playing to him. The more you love something, the easier it is to stay consistent and become a master at it. Ryan immediately thought about soccer. He never had to be told to practice. He just did it, every single day, because he loved the feel of the ball at his feet. For the very first time, he understood why Alex was so good at math. It wasn't magic, it was passion. On the 3rd evening, Mr. Walker gave Ryan his final and most difficult challenge. He looked his son in the eyes and said, "For the last lesson, I want you to study math tomorrow, but 3 times harder than you normally would." Ryan froze. 3 times harder. That sounded like torture. His father simply smiled. "Yes, imagine Alex is 3 times better than you. Let's see what happens if you put in 3 times the effort." The next day, with a sense of grim determination, Ryan sat at his desk. He opened his math book and started studying. The first hour was a struggle. The second hour felt even longer. By the 3rd hour, his head was aching. The numbers on the page started to blur, and his eyelids felt like they were made of lead. Before he knew it, he had fallen fast asleep, his head resting on his open notebook. Later that evening, his father gently woke him up. "Dinner's ready, champ," he said softly. Ryan looked down at his book, feeling a wave of embarrassment. "I failed, Dad," he said, his voice quiet. "I couldn't do it. I'm just not built for math." His father smiled, the kindest smile Ryan had ever seen. "No, son, you didn't fail at all. You just learned the 3rd and most important lesson." Ryan looked up, completely puzzled. His father explained, "When you have to force yourself to do something you don't love, discipline feels like a heavy burden. But when you do something you love, it feels effortless and natural. You can spend hours and hours on the soccer field and not get tired because you are fueled by your passion. That is the true key to success. Either find a way to do what you love, or learn to love what you do." Ryan sat there in silence. letting his father's words sink in. Everything suddenly made perfect sense. He wasn't a failure for not being good at math. He was just different. His passion, his energy, his field of play was somewhere else. From that day forward, Ryan's entire mindset shifted. He stopped comparing himself to Alex or anyone else. He poured his heart into soccer, his true passion, but he also started to approach his schoolwork differently. He didn't study out of pressure anymore, but with a sense of curiosity, trying to find something interesting, something to love, in every subject. Years later, Ryan would often look back on that week and realize that those 3 simple lessons had become the foundation of his life. He learned that success isn't about being better than everyone else. It's about discovering what makes you come alive and becoming the absolute best version of yourself. So, what about you? Are you comparing your weaknesses to someone else's strengths? Are you trying to force yourself down a path that doesn't light you up? Remember Ryan's story. Find your soccer field, practice what you love, and learn to find joy in the journey. That's where your true power lies. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that we hope will inspire you on your own journey. We'll see you in the next video.